my brother Usheen bought the Star. My brother can be a little bit mad and a little bit impetuous, but he had good reasoning, because he is a bit of a genius at times, and he had good reasoning. You saw Eastville and Stapleton all on the up and becoming quite bohemian, and he felt Fishbones was sleepy, but it was the next place on the line.
I can't think about an offhand.
Come on, how long have you been drinking in this pub for?
Fucking hell.
Oh, over 30 years.
Yeah, surely got some good stories from that time.
Don't remember them, do we, pal?
Come into a local, as you know, after our day's work, but I find that all my friends are dying.
Oh yeah.
And apart from that, as you can see, to my left and to my right, there's older gentlemen beside me. To my left, to my right. And what are you laughing at? And I find it quite depressing. And so it's nice to come into an establishment like this. Say, listen, you have young lads like you who understand my feeling of struggles, and yeah, that's what I'm going to say, really. And then, well, I don't know what else to say.
I wanted a bar that, the music could be heard at its best. Obviously acoustic sessions are perfect for that, Irish sessions, so it was the folk sessions that actually started to take off first, and they grew in popularity, and then bands started bringing bands. But again, as I said, I wanted this to be a proper community bar, reflect the community. Rock bands. We have some rock bands in here. We have folk bands in here. We did, reggae. We've had bands from Africa, from Latin America. We covered, the whole community here.
Did they smell it in the street? Sweet Maria on the breeze. Or did my neighbour's grass on me? Was I just unlucky? Or did I just not see the target on my back? The dogs are all around, even underground, barking in the street, they're snarling at my feet. Oh fuck, they found the weed. Oh, won't you help me please? I'm shackled to my knees. Did someone just say free?
Yeah, Usheen, my brother and myself, from early days when we started drinking as teenagers, we weren't interested in the fancy pubs and towns, these new nightclub type places. It was always the old bars of Dublin we used to visit, and that was it. That was our haunts. We went to them all. If you were going to town, I'd say we used to go from one old bar to the next, sit down with the old timers. And there were old pubs in those days, although some of them were popular. Some of them were still just old timers pubs, but they were the great old bars of Dublin. And they're now the famous great old bars of Dublin, but they weren't famous in our day. But so it was to garner some of that kind of atmosphere and all.
It's been amazing. I've never really had a local before, really. So this is my first proper local. Age nearly 50. DJ'd here a lot, I started DJing here because there were no customers at the beginning. And I said to Emma, how about I revive my DJing skills and try and bring in some of my old, friends. So I DJ'd here every month to no one. But gradually the punters trickled in and the DJing thing persisted. And I have done many a New Year's Eve here, which has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have been fun, those New Year's.
With Tim, rest in peace, with various other people, it's been a good laugh.
But the whole thing about this fucking pub is absolutely fucking aimer. It was his uncompromising fucking ideals from the day one of what he would tolerate and what he wouldn't tolerate, and which was good. But the first year, I think we lost £50,000. Second year was a little bit less, and then after 18 months, just something happened, and then it got busy, And then suddenly it's got busier and busier, and it's still fucking getting busier.
Yeah.
You know, and it's over the years, it's all the fucking wonderful bar stuff we've had, you know. Yeah, all right.
The best bar staff in Europe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yes, exactly. Best global or Irish award-winning bar made. But you know, it's all about the staff. It's all about that sets the tone for everybody. I don't, it's fucking a wonderful pub. Back off.
Some of that kind of atmosphere, and also, as I said to you already, that in working here on the Star before we opened for 6 months and watching the street and seeing people going up, I could see how diverse the community was here, and it was to try and represent, not to be just purely an Irish bar, okay? We wanted to be an Irish bar, okay? And we wanted to be that old type traditional Irish bar, but we wanted it also to be a community bar that reflected everybody else that was here. Yeah, I think we've achieved that. It's not one particular bar. It's just a bar that everybody feels comfortable itself to be in.
I wish I could swim like a dolphin, like dolphins can swim.
The main thing about the Star, well, the new Star, is, since Emer took it over, it's the diversity of cultures and the range of age.
It's a lot nicer, a lot friendlier. It's a huge improvement. Always had throughout all the time, especially through lockdown when we were in the back garden. Cracking staff, all cracking. They've all go out their way to do the best they can for you.
Happy 10 years to the Star and to my daughter and all my lovely nieces who have worked here, and to other people who have worked here that I'm not related to, Silas.
Hello, the Star. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I hope you all miss me very much. See you tomorrow.
Happy birthday to the Star.
It's a lovely thing. I confess that we've not long started coming in here, but we've met some wonderful people, and it is now our home away from home.
I love this place, and it changed my life, and it got me a man, and it got me my friends, and I love it.